Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make this medieval castle. This video is going to be a little different than the others, you'll see what I mean when it starts. But anyway, if you enjoy this video or find it helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, and without any further ado, let's get right into this. Alright, so today, instead of showing you how to build everything block by block, I will just be teaching you the steps to build a castle, simply because the nature of these makes it almost impossible to build block by block. So starting out, we're gonna just pick a layout. I like to put mine against mountains because, real castles are meant to be defensible, and having your back to a mountain is a good way to say, all right, people can't attack me from there. But anyway, starting with the layout, I like to find a good place for a gate. This is a nice path. It's right by the execution stand I made in the last episode, and I can have a nice path going right to it, fairly uninterrupted. So that's where I chose to put my gate, and like castles, like I said, they're meant to be defensible, so almost everything within the castle is made to be like, yeah, if this was real life, you could fend off an invasion. So in the design of the gate, I of course had the dropping gate to keep people out. And up here, you'll notice there are holes going down. This is something a lot of real castles had, so you could shoot arrows or even just chuck rocks or boiling water down on your opponents. And then I'll do a quick look around it real close so that you guys can copy it if you want. It's 3 blocks wide, 5 blocks back, then I have 5 blocks here. And these things are smokers in the ground, just because it looks like a place for the fences to slot into. They go up pretty high. These are meant to be flags. You could go without and make it stone walls. I encourage you to put up your own flags. I think flags look really cool on buildings. But I'm not good at making flags, so you might want to go with something different. And up here, I have stairs going down because I will have the rest of the walls be a little bit lower than the main part of the gate. Purely for aesthetic reasons, I know I said almost everything is because it's meant to be defensible, but yeah, this one's for aesthetics. Alright, moving on, these are going to be pillars that will all be connected up with walls. I really like using pillars on like corner areas. If you're ever changing the angle, the wall is going to move in significantly. So like this one, the wall starts that way for this part, then moves on and will be shifted towards this tower. And you don't really need much over here because you already have the mountain as a natural defense. On the other side, I added like a barracks area. This with a similar design to the gate and the future towers. You can shoot down. Something not to forget, do it on the inside too, because sometimes the gate doesn't work. And this big tower over here will connect up to the mountain. And this will be a pretty tall one. It's generally a good idea to have the height of the tower correlate to the width, If it's a nice big circle like this, you'll want to have a taller tower. But with littler areas like this one won't go too much higher than the wall itself. And the final structure over here, this will be the main area where the ruler of the castle would be. You can have a throne area down at the bottom and then housing higher up. The reason I chose this location is, again, if it were a real castle, having it tucked away towards the back and not right by the gate is an easier place for it to be defended from. And that's a theme you'll notice, because if you want a good-looking castle, honestly, a great way to do it is just think, what would be the best military decision? And it comes out looking pretty good, as you saw in the intro. Alright, when you're making your towers, I like to add these big cobblestone foundations below where the tower would be, and a great way to choose where to end the cobblestone and where to start the tower is go to the highest point on the land, and everything below that make it cobblestone. So to explain better, let's go to one where I haven't put in the base yet. This one is on a slope. Here's the highest point where, now it's flat, there's no more land here, it's just going to be tower. So above here will be my stone bricks, and below here will be my cobblestone foundation. Alright, so here I am with all these towers completed. They're all pretty simple towers, but I'll go through them real fast. So this is the first one and the smallest. You'll notice it has this thing on the side. This will be the thing for the wall that will connect to the gate. Goes up, and that is to connect to this tower. And it has the shooty things. I don't actually know what their real names are. The castles have to shoot down. I have dome roofs on these because I forgot to make a pointy roof. Alright, here's the inside of the biggest tower. It's all shooty things all the way around. And all my towers have domed roofs because they all have 2 block centers. I forgot to make them one. I had a nice big flag on the tallest tower. And this one over here would be the king's quarters. You can see they also have the areas for shooting down if there's an attack. This would be the throne room, shooty area. This will be the heavily defended bedroom. And then up in the attic is just more shooty areas to defend the king. I didn't really touch on this much the first time around. It's just barracks. I was going to add some doors back here later for beds and stuff. Basically just troop housing. Anyway, let's do the walls and we'll touch back in. Alright, here is all the walls complete. These are all fairly simple. Just a couple blocks of spruce. Add in all your stone bricks at the back. And then the little holes at the front, just like everywhere else. I generally make this platform like 6 to 7 blocks high, depending on where it is, what works best. It's a good height. It doesn't feel like way too up there, but it's also, it's a solid wall. Up here, if you're going to do a bunch of stuff with elevation changes, sometimes this is just unavoidable. Having a big slanty thing like this, where I forgot to add this back wall. I'll do that in a second. But it made the shooty things look all weird. I had to raise these up half a slab. But it's not too bad. And here is the final bits of the outside complete with all the buildings done. I made all the smaller inside buildings with brick roofs to make it look like tile. And I just added a few things, a storage area. It's gross, but castle's gotta have it, an outhouse, which on the roof I had 2 chimney type things. These were often used to vent the smells out so that fumes didn't build up. This will be a courthouse. I will do the inside in another video. Well, I'll do the inside of everything. And this small structure here is just meant to be an interior defense where you can shoot at intruders and access into the wall. That will also be done in the interiors episode. Add some hay bales, some light posts, just general things to make it look more lively. And that is how you do a medieval castle. If you enjoyed or found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Stick around on my channel. Pretty soon I'll have the interiors of these done in a video. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.